Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Let me just get my music up. Okay, so I'm gonna go over what I'm looking at right now in the market. Market just opened, we made it just in time. So welcome everybody coming in. I'm going to hold on. And pull up the chat. Alright, so anybody watching, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna kind of give my analysis and opinion on price action. So if anybody would like to watch, feel free. I hope you learned something. I hope you have a good time. Otherwise, it'll be pretty boring, as most of my streams are, because it isn't much.
This is a weekly forecast.
So I'm just trying to get a short posted to my YouTube. I'm trying to post more shorts. Basically just about my trading instead of making whole videos. It's a lot easier that way, and I don't know, I feel like I can look back on it a lot easier. Just keep the important information there. But right now I'm seeing, so if I break this up with what happened during London, like overnight, I'd go and break up midnight. I break the day out in quarters. So you've got like the Asian trading, what happened in Tokyo and Hong Kong. That kind of moved sideways after yesterday's Friday's expansion. And then so far in the morning up until 6 a.m. you had the London and the German trading. You had a clear move lower, so a clear run lower on whatever happened in Asia into the previous day. So what that looks like on a higher time frame. I want to figure out, right now, could it keep going any lower? And from a higher time frame perspective, right now I don't see anything that says it doesn't need to keep going lower. So we're pulling back, right, in the 7 a.m.s and 8 a.m.s. We're pulling back into what seems to be an order block. The fact that we're not disrespecting this candle and we're finding resistance at this candle kind of tells me that, okay, like even the bodies, know how the bodies are closing outside of this candle. So the order flow obviously isn't bullish, because one thing about order flow is, and you should write this down, but in bullish order flow, we're going to trade through up close candles and we're going to find support with down close candle. In bearish order flow, so in the sell program, we're going to find resistance on up close candles and we're going to trade through down close candles. So you see the close of that 8 a.m. candle, we open and we trade through it, and we're rejecting that up close candle. So right now on the higher time frame, order flow, to me, I see it as being bullish. So there's not, bearish currently. There's nothing telling me that we're gonna go higher. However, with how London made that move lower, I don't think we necessarily need to come back down here unless we have further targets, like way more towards. So again, I'm gonna go in the higher time frame. And now I'm going to look at, okay, what's the predominant price leg we're trading in? And it's going to be this one. So from that low to that high, that's like the most move, or you could say this. That's like the big move that we're kind of trading in. We're trading within this range. We're referring to this range when we're looking for our equilibrium or premium or discount. So you could take it a step further. You could go on a higher time frame and say that, okay, we're doing this, or even doing that, or even go on a bigger time frame, you know what I'm saying, and then use the entire range. We're not, drag it all the way down here, but blah, blah, blah. My point is that it's expensive right now, and to buy it on a Monday, right off the bat with no news, scary. So even though like London already kind of manipulated, we haven't taken out London highs, there's a lot of liquidity, I'm sure, at the highs. Price doesn't really need to go there right now. It's not showing me it wants to go there right now. So it's showing me that right now, obviously on the higher time frame, it's refusing to go higher, right? So I would be careful about that, about looking for longs today. What's up, Nolani? So I just explained why I don't like longs right off the bat. So I don't know if you missed it, but let's see, you probably, did you go short or long? I feel like you probably try to go long because, we're beneath the midnight open 8:30. But your stop should be at this low, right? So I think Nolani's model right now is something looking like this. Now this could work. I'm not saying it's not gonna work. I'm just saying that right now from the higher time frame. Oh, you didn't trade. Okay. But this is your model, right? You could still take it. There's still time. Right, but what I'm saying from higher time frame right now, we're rejecting the up close candles. So the order flow hasn't turned being bullish yet, but it might. So one thing I'll note is this wick. If we measure it 50%, I measure that 50% of that wick, I see price has found support. So I'm gonna mark that out. If I want higher prices, I want to see that be supported. I don't really want price to spend much time come back down there. Yeah, order flow is bearish. It could always turn to being bullish though. At any moment, it's just right now I'm not seeing order flow being bullish. YM is bullish. Yeah. Dang. I think you should get in. You should take your trade. It's your model. If we're gonna go higher though, I wanna inverse this gap. It's the first presentation fair value gap. Why not? Why aren't you trading? Like 20 minutes ago, you were saying you're gonna trade. What's up, Theo? What's going on? I'm just kind of going through price action. Hourly consequent encroachment I'm watching right now. I kind of point out how we have London highs, but right now from a higher time frame, what I'm seeing is order flow is bearish. And I'm not saying it's going to continue to go down, but I'm just showing how what levels it's respecting right now is really all I'm showing. I don't really have a bias because it's a Monday with no news. Top Step doesn't show me a chart. Couldn't even trade if I wanted to. Top Step X. It was just dang. What the hell? You want me to call you? Show me what's up. But yeah, I'm watching this fair value gap. I want to see if we're inverse it, so we keep retesting, like back and forth. And so, because of that retest, like I'm just waiting to see are we gonna close above it, and if we do, then I would be more bullish. Yes. So you want me to call you? I don't mind calling you. Figure it out. Or pick up if you can. Hold on. Alright. So anyways, it seems like we're gonna close above this. With the Dow going higher, see how it's. I want both of these to agree with each other now. Like I want the Dow and the Nasdaq to both want to go up. So at the very beginning, initially, it wasn't agreeing. And kind of, I don't think it wasn't agreeing. I just think we opened up at different spots, really. But now it seems to, hopefully, it'll be more in line. I don't know. This is really weird, and usually this happens over summer when there's no news. It's usually a really, really bad time to trade, and this usually is a signal. That's also why I don't like SMT, by the way. Now, oftentimes SMT will kind of like tell you when the market reverses before it actually reverses. However, it's usually only present in inefficient markets or slower markets where, when both of them agree, when the Nasdaq and the S&P or the Dow, when all three agree and they're not showing any SMT, they're not showing any lower highs or higher lows, one ahead of the other. That's usually, like, in my opinion, that's from what I've seen, that's when the best conditions to trade are there, because all three indexes are agreeing with each other and they're all moving in the same direction at the same time. But when one of them disagrees with the other one ahead of a reversal and it shows SMT, it usually always follows slower markets, more pullbacks, and I like to trade the best markets. I don't trade much in them. I'm not trading today because there's no news. I'm just kind of commentating on what price is doing and what I would like to see in order to actually take a trade in this. But so far I haven't seen anything I really, really like. I like how London kind of swept the lows. Seems like manipulation, but at the same time, in the higher time frame, we seem like we're really being held back. So I feel like if we do go up here, it's just gonna be really slow and it's gonna be tough for us to do it. And we're gonna see a lot of pullbacks. So, and we did see a big pullback down to really the last spot that we could have been held, which is constant encroachment. Not that wick, but yeah, I don't want to see it try and reach a discount though. Maybe not today, but sometime this week. It'd be nice if it comes back down and hits a discount. Yeah, it hits that low there. It could be tomorrow. And tomorrow is CPI, so I'm expecting a lot of volatility. Anyways, yeah, we're about to close above the first presentation fair value gap. So, like, here, I'm expecting higher prices from here. So, I'd be looking at the London highs, which are up here. Let's just mark out this high right here. Sorry, I am sick today. Hopefully I don't make anybody in the stream sick. I'm kidding. Yeah, see if this works out from that gap all the way up to buy side liquidity. Something like, let's just say we would have gotten in. Let's just hypothetically say we would have gotten in here. Stop at the lows. We go for 3RR. I like to go for 3RR. Yeah, let's just go to the buy side liquidity. I just like to go with 3RR though. There you go. That's good. It's just my bread and butter. It's what I target 3RR. So far, really nice price action out of the out of that initial range. That kind of 930 dip lower. This could be manipulation to then see 10 o'clock make a bigger move, and usually I'd want that. But again, we are on Monday, so we could get up here and just consolidate, or just stay around here and consolidate. Like Monday, no news. When there's CPI tomorrow, like I would not want to trade today. Anything can happen. This could work. It could be really nice. It could quickly run the buy side, but it could also just do some bullshit like look like this. It's really just like you don't really know, and it's more of a gamble if you try and trade like that. But sometimes your R can be big enough on your trades that it's worth. Like I would say, if you have an R above 3, 4, or 5, it doesn't even matter if you're trading on no news. Just like that one time it's gonna work will make up for all the times it doesn't. But I don't know. For me, I just like keep things simple. Less trades, the better. That's just the way I like it. And I think for beginners, it's also better that way too. The more trades you take, the more you can get yourself fucked up. The more you can hurt yourself. Cool. One thing I'm paying attention to at the same time is where we're closing on these higher time frame candles. So for that 15-minute and 5-minute chart, right? I'm seeing clearly price is closing above previous candles. So like that down close candle, we've closed above it, and like that's usually good if you want to see higher prices. Again, you want to close above those down close candles, and you want them to support you, support price. So this is good. I'm seeing that on the higher time frame, we're willing to close above the down close candles and trade through up close candles. Now, for very good order flow, I wouldn't want that close, the opening of the, the 940 candle there. I wouldn't want that to be traded to or close beneath. And I want to keep closing above the closes of the previous candles. So you got another 1 minute 15 seconds to see if that's gonna happen. But so far, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have another up close candle. This is good. It's good order flow. I don't like the pullback, but it's to be expected with Mondays. Stuck on passport. Hit her from the back. Bitch, I'm a bad boy. Put her on tap. Alert you broken. I heard it's contagious. Been rapping on that. I counted up daily. Breaking her back out. Her calling me baby. Pull up a 10. She know I appreciate it. Residency for the summer is Vegas. Yes, sir, ski. Please do a performance for us. Okay, I'll keep singing. Pull up the crib, the neighborhood gated. Residency for the summer is Vegas. Spirit backseat, cruising Miss Daisy. I'm flowing back in Mercedes. Following a track on famous. Fucking this hold up cadence. Marble in the spot gets stainless. The rich understand my language. You see the picture I painted. You see her pretty face I painted. Stack more case in Danish. We lay across states and they eat it. Little mama bad. Stuck on a passport. Money on dashboard. 200 on dash. Shop like a task force. No, I'm not in a trade. It's just like a hypothetical trade. So I didn't actually take this trade, but I'm like from where basically I said if this gap gets inverse, I'd really want to see that buy side liquidity run. So this is like a hypothetical trade. Let's just say I had gotten in here. You know, I kind of like when I saw these two candles and the Dow kind of like, oh wow, what the heck? The Dow's pulling the Nasdaq lower. I don't know. But this isn't a trade I'd take at all. Like, I'm not saying anybody should take this trade. I'm just saying that, like, right now this is what my bias is, sort of. But there's nothing in price that makes me confident that we're going to work. Because, look, see the Dow is being, like, you know, it's tanking. It's being, like, shot down. So, if it's tanking lower, the Nasdaq is going to have, I think it should have hit buy-side liquidity by now. But because of how bearish the Dow is, it's pulling the Nasdaq back. So you see all those back and forth wicks, and I mean at any point the Nasdaq could give in and just start going lower. Like that's completely possible. I think if you are going to be in a trade on days like this, like it's just higher risk. It's higher risk, way higher risk. You said your probabilities are going to be more on the side of the, you know, the market, not yours. So I'm not saying anybody should take this, right? And, you know, I'm not trying to encourage anybody to trade this, but this is just my bias. I think it's going to come up here and hit buy side liquidity. Whenever, in perfect conditions, I think this was going to occur. But it's not my model, right? It's not my model. I'm not trading it. If I was trading it, you'd see me press that button. That buy button. Let that sink in. 10 million on the check. All I need is a pin. But when they dress on the latest trend, I don't care if you're pretty in the face, that shit don't make her a 10. When you built off faith, your shit don't break her bend. Live my life like a movie, how I do, you can imagine. You never traded TG? What do you mean? What's TG? I think you would actually lost, no. Like, if you would have gotten at 929, 928, I think you would have lost, no? I thought this was your model for a second, but no, I realized 930 came down and would have probably taken you out. No, Lonnie. But this whole time I thought you were still able to long at the opening. Don't let that go over her head. Let that sink in. I'm listening to Gunna's new album. I'm sweating. My legs are so sweaty. But this is what I'm saying. So now it's giving in, right? Like it seems like the Dow's kind of like one, and the S&P is starting to give in. You're able. Good thing it was broken, you know. Good thing. Think about it like this: you made 500. You would have lost 500. You just made 500. So congratulations. Lolani's up 500 today. Let's give it up for Nolani on a No News Monday, making that 500. I bought a sculpture of her butt. Don't look at me like I ain't tell you what it was. I don't know what these bitches want. I ain't playing game. I ain't going at all. It's a plain Jane. It's a rodeo. Board a private plane. And we taking off. Doesn't work like that. No, it does. Hey, if you would have been able to trade, you would have taken that trade, right? You would have lost. You would have lost 500. But because for whatever reason you couldn't log in. I mean, you're up 500. Like, you would have lost 500. You know, now you're up 500. See, now we're back up in profit, and well, we're back up towards, close to where we were. Back up here now. Like, it could just continue moving sideways. It could go up a little bit, come back, go down, come back, and like that's typical on like these days where these things aren't agreeing. Now the Dow is starting to go up though, so I mean if it continues to go up, what I would look at is did it hit a certain area, a key level, a key level and discounts. So I do see how it has gone to discount, but the Dow just has been really shot down. Like, it doesn't look good at all. Because, I mean, like, you look at that, what is that, that Thursday, 10 a.m., the Nasdaq looks nothing like it. Thursday, 10 a.m., we flew above that real quick. So it looks nothing like it. S&P is a little closer to Nasdaq, so, I mean, that's good, but we're, like, heavily shot down. And I think this is indicative of a reversal. Because, I mean, obviously money is not agreeing in these indexes. And Trump called and told me to short the Dow. Dang. We got Trump on our contacts, huh? Yeah, we're back at the highs. Ask yourself, let's just say I had taken this trade, right? Would I feel comfortable seeing price move like this, close to my entry, come all the way back to my entry? Like, nah. I wouldn't like that. It wouldn't look good at all. And what it would do is it would create more cortisol in my head. I'd produce more cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and I would just get tired more quicker, We're back to that hourly order block. And look how many times we tested this level and went back and forth. Like, you don't like to see that, I don't like to see that. I like it real nice and quick. Now right now I have no risk on, so I'm sitting back. I'm just enjoying price moving to that buy side. But if I had a risk on, I know it would feel different in my head. Like, I know I'd get more tired mentally, and then I might be more prone to make a very bad decision or a stupid decision. Yeah, I'd be scared. Yeah, to make quick. If I had entered on this, I wouldn't be scared though. It'd be real nice and easy. Let's say we entered like this. That next step on the 15-minute chart would be to close above this level, because this level could act as resistance, so it's a rejection block. So I'd look at 50% of that and the whole wick as potential area to resist price on the 50-minute chart. And also look at the bodies if they're closing into this. We got 13 seconds to see where this closes. 9, 8. Here we close above, which is good. Indicative of bullish order flow. Now I'd want this whole range, that candle and that candle, to support price. The price can move into it a little bit, but I'd like it to support price. See that Dow. I don't really see a key level it would have hit, but it did reach a discount, I guess. So yeah, I guess it hit a discount. No data, dang. You're stealing mine, huh? Watching my stream for my data. I have to charge you right quick. Charge you with a like. You should like the video. Back and forth, yappa here, like we get a down close candle, we come all the way back through it, we come back down, like I don't like that. Data farming, that's crazy actually. Taking my data like that. Let's see what USD JPY is saying, because usually, oh my god, what the heck? This is an ass market, what the heck? I like it. Let's go. Who I like? I'm gonna call my mom and dad. Tell them a girl liked my video. Mom, dad, a girl liked my video. Yeah, you did. You're right. I took what you said. I streamed and I just shouted it. It's gonna be ass today. It's gonna be ass. I stole your call, your signal. Look how your cheek came off, hurry up. Look like I miss you. You wanna grab? Wanna pick up yours? Go travel the visa. Yeah, we're going to pulling up in a town. I'm in a large two-seater. Heavy on the south. I'm about to feed my people. Run this shit like a route center. Hard for you to reach them. Came up finessing, spinning, say the rest. The Nolani confluence. Only the best traders can spot that. The Nolani confluence. God, what the fuck? What just happened? Did y'all see that? I blinked and it just went down here and up. What the heck? Imagine you're fucking in a position up here, you go long on this gap, you get taken out down here. Only one trader on. Good. This is insane. I mean, after this, I don't know why anybody would still want to be in a trade. Like, what the heck? What if it does that again? I don't know, bro. These days, it's like weird. Shit like this always happens. But it's not even like it happened anywhere else. Oh, let's see the NQ, the regular NQ. No. No, that one didn't have a crazy wick, just the micros. That's some weird. That debut wick went crazy. Yeah, it's not even present on the regular futures. But now notice how the Dow is going up, Nasdaq's going down. So like money seems to be moving back from industrial stocks. The Dow is moving back to Nasdaq, to the tech weighted sectors. Trump speaking. I don't know if he's speaking. Let's see actually. Trump. It wasn't scheduled on any of the markets. It depends what he's speaking about, but it could cause volatility. What time is Trump speaking today? He plans to address crime in DC. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna cause much for markets. Like, oh wait, no, there's a news conference too. What the heck? Chocolate, baby, get Tams. I just look you thrill. Running up any more revenue, no one ahead of you. Stack up your M's. Hold on a spot, I own a few. Go to my kid when I'm riding on the wheel. I'm working out that Patriot Stadium gym. I didn't get rich on my license and come and pay, they know the drill. I'm working on my little lady friend. I got a Mercedes Benz, came out this year. And I got an AMG chauffeur that's paid for the year. I bought the driver that go with a Maybach. Ain't no more runs, I'm telling you, stay back. All that loose stock gonna come and relay that. Damn. Yeah, Trump's speech. Let me get back to that. Hold on. 10 a.m. What the fuck? Oh my god. August 11th about public safety initiative in Washington D.C. This follows. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's any. The press conference at 10 a.m. It's just talking about crime in D.C. Can you do a cartwheel? I think so with some practice. Yeah, not right off the rip, but I'm not gonna try in this tiny ass room. I've done a cartwheel before, though, for sure. Babies and clouds. Cloud. Clubhouse. Stack my cash to the sprout. Trying to hold out. Treating this shit like a drop. Pay me the full amount. I see millions and billions. These rats are my well-being. Can you fight? Yeah. You see me fight? I literally got black eyes from sparring. I fought like national fighters. Not like professionally, but I can fight. I can protect you, baby. That's all that matters. I'm not trading. This is a hypothetical trade. Like, let's just say I was trading. If I had to take something, it would be this, but I don't think it's gonna, like, I'm not guaranteeing it's gonna work, right? Obviously, but I'm shitting on the trade constantly because I see, like, the Dow is just shitting on itself. Now it's going up, but before it was shitting while Nasdaq was trying to go up. And that was when you had all this consolidation. And then after 953, the Nasdaq kind of made one last move down once the Dow started going up, and now they're kind of moving together. But, like, this is obviously, I'm just explaining why you don't really want to trade on these days. But I'm just giving an example. Even though I can find a trade, I can find a nice trade. I called this before we hit this entry. You know, it's not high probability. It's the odds are the market's going to win over you. It's going to take your money, or you're going to get pissed off. And, you know, I'd be pissed off in this. The amount of cortisol that'd be going through my brain seeing this consolidation, this sideways price action, this back and forth. Like, this doesn't look good at all. This is like, let's say I got in right here. This is so much back and forth, you know? Like, I'd be tired mentally. I'd be, like, dead right now. I'd be like, fuck, let me get out of this trade. Like, let it hit stop or TP already. Like, and just, like, if let's just say this doesn't work, I could get mad here. I could reverse my position easily. I'm more prone to doing a mistake, basically just being intoxicated. Like it gets to a point where you get so tired and you're producing so much cortisol, like the stress hormone, where you basically just get intoxicated at one point, and that's where people blow their accounts. They do like stupid shit, and I showed a picture. I showed a picture of me doing some stupid shit once, back in the day on my journal. I don't know if you've seen it, but um, look. You think I sat here and this is a 5 minute chart. Sac passe, brand new racks under the M connected to checks and pounds this cake. What's selling? I'm not on the A, right at Ben 6 tray and a metal gun tray. But yeah, this is what I did. Like, do you think on a 50K account, like, look how many micros I'm trading? Like, you know, I think these might be contracts actually. I don't know. But like, do you think that I sat there and was like, oh yeah, this is a good idea? Like, this is my trade, this is my model. Like, no. I did this shit a year and a half ago or whatever. I'm not sure how long ago, but like, I can see the account balance down there actually. I don't know. It doesn't say, but this was on Ninja Trader, so this is like maybe 2 years ago. Like I lost my ass on this day. I blew my account so bad, and like all these trades, like I wasn't myself taking these. I wasn't myself. This is so much of a different trader than I am today. But like it's crazy because, like, look, let's try and go through it. Right? I bought here, then I got stopped out at like such a tight stop here, but I can't really read. But then I went short right away. I reversed the trade, and I cut it off so early. I started taking partials, more partial, and I bought back in, closed it, went short again, closed it down here. I don't know what happened, but like, look, see all these small moves. Like I'm over leveraging. I think these are contracts, but I'm over leveraging here, and I'm just trying to make some back, right? And then I blow the account with all these trades right here. So, like, I wasn't myself doing that, right? Like I was basically possessed, I guess you could say, possessed by just the want to make money, and that was intoxicating me. I wanted to make money so bad that all logic went out the window at one point when I got like too tired to actually like control, manage myself mentally. And this is why, like, you need to know before you actually start trading real money, constantly, like, when you're gonna be able to, when you won't be able to manage yourself, what your limits are, how price will move will cause you to make bad decisions, and you need to be able to know that. Anyways, what was said? Lol, what the fuck? Are those all trades? Yeah, those are all trades. My older brother passed the driving test today. Oh, nice. I passed my driver's test a minute ago, and I'm still a terrible driver today. Well, not terrible driver, a reckless driver. I'm a good driver, but I'm a reckless driver. Like, some people have told me I drive real nice. I get to places a lot faster. And then other people have literally refused to get back into the car and bus back home because I'm a high risk driver. Apparently, I cut up in the highway. No, that actually happened. One guy was downtown. We went downtown. Map said 23 minutes, and I got downtown in like 16 minutes or whatever, right? Because like I was going 150 and like just cutting up, around the traffic. But he didn't even want to come back. He said he just stayed there, took the bus. He told his boy, "Yo, I'm the bus back," and then his boy said, "Yeah, he's gonna stay here," to me. And then later he told me, "Yo, like that guy didn't want to come back with us because you're like, you're driving dangerously." But I can't wait to drive, bro. Yeah. You don't have your driver's test? You don't have your driver's license? I forgot how old you are though. Like, I think you're 19, right? I don't know how it is in Dubai, but Oh, 17. What the fuck? That's crazy to take in, actually. When's your birthday? Well, no wonder you can't trade. What the fuck? Grow up. No, I'm kidding. But 17 and you've shown, like, what you've shown in trading is impressive at 17. Very impressive. Give it a few years, you're gonna go far. December 7th. You're like my little bro. He's got his birthdays in December. But yeah, so you're turning 18. I think this next year, your 18s, you're taking it to another level. I think you're just making a lot of like bad judgments, and you're very volatile in your decision. Like, you stick to the same model, but you have trouble just like telling yourself when you trade and when you don't trade. I think you just have a lot on your plate, really. Ball out, getting my first 10K month at 18. Yeah, for sure. I'm close to 10K month, to be honest. I take in my last trade made $2,000 in my currency. Like, that's crazy to think about, because that's just one day. And there was another trade that week, could have made another 1,500 or another 2K. So like, it's really possible. I just gotta be there, take the trades. Money, I print it. Yeah, this shit endless. 100. I keep spending. This shit endless. Trendy. I can't invent it. Told you. I ain't no gimmick. Yeah. Okay. I'm about to hit that TP. Even though, wow, I hate when it does this. It just goes and makes a new high, and you think, okay, it's gonna hit TP, but nah. Let's look at the 5-minute real quick. What it's doing. 15-minute. God damn that candle. Overseas in Europe, I hit Zurich by the watch. Kicking out my purest, my influence with a lot. Bought my bitch in Europe, let her skirt to that drop. Valet see my jewelry, my shit blurry at the top. Kicking it out to the top. T.O.P. I'm up. What you said about me being volatile, that's very accurate description, but I know I'm at the very tip of overcoming that. I know that too. You know why I know that? Because like, you've been doing the same mistake for so long. Like, I feel like now you're getting to that point. You have to be getting to that point where you starting to see like, okay, nah, this is enough. Enough is enough. Like, let me like grow up, you know? My friend recently, but what makes you think you had the tip? Like, have you seen anything in your trading and how you journal and, you know, how you behave yourself? My friend recently blew 550K XFAs because of emotional decision making, trading for money, and neglecting rules and model. Yeah, another thing I think you need to consider too is like, you don't have a job. I don't think you have a job, so you don't have any ways of making money, and like, that's an insane amount of pressure, you know, because like, your dad is in Dubai. I'm sure he's probably all like, you know, you need to go to school, blah blah blah. He thinks, you know, that's probably what's best, and you're trying to say no, but you have no money. How are you supposed to like keep investing in new accounts and building yourself up? Like, I think honestly, if you traded live, you would do so well, but you don't have the money for live, so it's like, you're in a tough position. But I think like, you fix some of those problems, You're gonna be a great trader. Anyways, that trade hit. So yeah, today if I had tried to trade today, if I had come in and said I want to trade, I want to take something, I would have won. But I don't think it would have been worth, like, this would have been some ass. This would have been some ass. Just pullback after pullback, every new high, like, and I don't know. My influence with a lot. Kicking it at the top. TOP, I'm up. All eyes on me like Pac. Pushing it when I walk. Can't touch me, I'm too hot. Hun inside of the vault. Hermaid's covered in crop. I don't know why it's not working, bro. Okay. See, the Dow is still down. It's still consolidating, which is pulling the Nasdaq back. So I mean, like, I don't like trading when these markets aren't in green, because at any moment one market could say fuck you and then, you know, take over what the other market wants to do. And that happened so many times here where the Nasdaq went into like heavier pullbacks. It saw bigger pullbacks because the Dow wasn't going up. And you can see how the Nasdaq going up is pulling the Dow up, right? Bro, why won't it? Okay, it's pulling the Dow up. It's preventing it from going any lower. And on a daily chart, you can see that, maybe 4-hour chart is easier. You can see, obviously, on a 4-hour chart, the Dow is much more bearish than the Nasdaq, right? Yet, we're being pulled up because the Nasdaq is going up. It's just creating inefficient markets. And I did touch on SMT. I know a lot of people told me, do you like SMT? Do you like SMT? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, they keep telling me SMT is so great. But whenever there's SMT, it could indicate a reversal, but it's also indicating that the markets aren't agreeing with each other, and then you have slower markets usually because of that. But anyways, my journaling has become much more simplified, which is a good thing in my opinion. Also, it's like what you said, what's been running through my mind is that it's enough. Just grow up and get your shit together and take what you have seen work for the past 2 years and a half. Yeah, man. I mean, I remember you've been watching my channel. You've been like in touch with me for over, I think, 2 years now. So like, I know you've been here for that long. I know you're gonna be successful. It's just a matter of time. Me. Anyways, I'm probably gonna play some games now. Because I don't really see, job culture here is not normal. There aren't teenagers that work. Yeah, you told me that. It's hard for people to find work. I mean, it is what it is, but when you can't get a job and you start getting that income in, however way you do it, you know, I know you're just gonna propel yourself in trading so much. Mentally, you're gonna be like, all right, I have income. I don't need to like get it from trading right now. I can take my time with trading, and I think that, or if you get a live, if you get enough money put into a live, I think after each win, you're gonna be more satisfied, and you're not gonna want another win. And the next day, you're less likely to like get up and be like, oh, let me take a stupid trade, you know, like this trade. If I had a challenge right now, I wouldn't have taken this trade. No, I would have taken that trade. I would have taken this trade on a challenge, and I would have taken many other trades like this on a challenge that, you know, are poor trades. But because it's a challenge and I really want to pass the challenge and not to make money, then, you know, the want to make money takes over and I throw my rules out the window. But if I'm on a live, I don't need to take this because I know that the next trade I take, it's not going to be like, oh, you're going to be a step closer to payout. Like, no. It's like I can take that money and put it in my bank no matter what. Like, I know my broker is going to let me do that. So, actually, it's unregulated. Technically, the broker could say, I don't want to pay you, but I mean, I don't think it's going to do that. So, I mean, I'm able to, like, look at this and be a lot more patient, really, and just let myself get paid per trade that shows up, you know. That's why I'm able to trade so little and so efficiently, so easy, you know. I took one trade this month. I don't need to trade again. I paid all my bills. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do something else now. Maybe play a game. I don't know, something else. So if you want to play Rainbow, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna play a different game. But I'm probably gonna do off stream. So I don't know. I don't like playing games on stream. I feel like it's for trading, and I don't like it when people come here and see me playing games. But in the future, maybe later when I have more people watching. David Football, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I've never seen you here before, but I'm glad you're here. You trade? Then football, I see you're posting soccer content, football content. If anyone's a football fan, go check him out. He posts highlights. I appreciate any likes too. Anyone watching, I appreciate any likes. But probably gonna end the stream now. Let me scan all the other markets real quick. S&P, see, S&P's now going down. As soon as Nasdaq hit that buy side liquidity, huh? Look at the Dow. That's crazy, isn't it? Just fucking getting shot down there. Huh? Yeah. Gold, interesting. I think gold is an interesting spot because look, you know, it's hit this level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth time sort of resistance area, and it made a new high. So I don't know. I would say gold at least is gonna draw back down a little bit this week. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. I don't know. Might have a bigger pullback on gold, and then the dollar. I want the dollar to start going up, but it's having a bit of hard time here. I do expect the dollar to start being bullish though again at some point soon. And then Bitcoin's just on the fritz. I don't know what's going on there. Check some of my stocks. Yeah, Nvidia. Okay. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah, ABX. Alright. Anyways, thank you for watching. And I'll catch you all. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. CPI. I'll catch you.